Black women's equal pay day is on August 3rd. Here to share tips about salary negotiation is best-selling author Kimberly B. Cummings. Kimberly, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you again for having me.
Of course. Okay, in your new book, you offer a three-step process to help women negotiate a higher salary. I love this. Tell us the first step.
So the first step is really assessing your value. You have to understand your own experiences and what that value is and translates into the workplace. It's not an arbitrary number that just pops up. You have to understand what is the value that you bring to the workforce.
Okay, great. What's that second step, Kimberly?
So the next is understanding what that value is in the workplace, dependent upon where you live, the company, the title of the role. The secret I give from my experience in talent acquisition is that generally every single role has a min and a max. So figuring out what that target range is when you're in a company or when you're applying to be in a company is crucial to make sure that your value is aligned with how the company values that role.
Okay, good to know. And what's that third step?
Last but not least is my favorite. You have to have a strategy for this conversation. So many times professionals feel like they're just going to wait for when that company says you are offered this amount of money and they expect that the offer is going to be low and they just try and go right off the top of their head. But you have to have a strategy. You need to practice to make sure that you're using value-based negotiation and understand what are the different possibilities of that conversation. This is not the time where you want to guess and hope it works. You have to have a plan.
Oh, Kim, such good tips. Okay, how can we as women feel more confident in every negotiation conversation? I feel like that's so important.
It is, and this is one of the biggest questions that I receive. Being more comfortable comes from understanding what your value and impact is. Many times it feels like we're negotiating a salary because we just want more money, right? More money generally can help things flow just a little bit easier. But the value that you're bringing to the company is an exchange for that salary. You have to stand tall and remember that you are lending your skills during your tenure at that company. They're not paying you just because. And the skills and the impact you are bringing are facts. Your experience are facts. These are not things that you kind of made up. Take confidence in the experience that you have and work on conveying that confidently during the interview process.
Oh, these are really good tips, Kimberly. Okay, and you wrote a book about this. Why did you want to do it? Did you just feel like there needed to be something out there?
So a combination. I really wanted a guide early on in my career. I wanted someone who would really give me the nitty gritty of what I needed to do in the workplace. And I do a lot of public speaking. And of course, speaking, attending conferences, all of that is great. But so many times you leave feeling inspired and not knowing what to do. That is the real reason why I wrote my book so that other people can purchase it and really understand what their next step could be.
Yes, of course. Okay, speaking of purchasing your book, where can we find it, Kimberly?
You can find it wherever books are sold, whether that's Target, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, Amazon, of course, all the places.
So proud of you. I can't wait to pick up a copy for myself. Kimberly, great to see you. Have a wonderful day.
You as well.